What is up, Phenom fam? Welcome back to the YouTube channel. On today's stream, we are starting up the brand new Guardians of the Galaxy game that just came out yesterday. And I'm not gonna lie, I've played a little bit of it so far, and I'm having a lot of fun. And yeah, we're also back raising money again for Extra Life. I've been thinking about raising more money for Extra Life for a while. And, yeah. So, my new goal before the end of the year is to raise $2,500 for Extra Life. And if we do hit that goal, I'm going to let you guys vote on part of the Extra Life tattoo that I'm planning on getting, which I didn't get yet because I've been kind of planning this out. But, yeah. The link to donate, if you would like to, is pinned to the top of the chat, and it'll be coming through every 15 minutes, and it's also the first link down in the description below. And all of those proceeds go to Penn State Children's Hospital to help change kids' health for the future. But, with that being said, what's up, Tech? What's up, Jacob? Welcome to the stream. We're just gonna hop right in. On normal difficulty, great. Next. Start game. I will say, the one thing that you guys aren't going to get the full effect of is, this game has a really awesome soundtrack, just like the movies do. But of course, a lot of it is licensed music, so thankfully, at least, this game has a streaming mode, as you guys can kind of see. It's kind of faint at the top of the screen. But thankfully, that turns off all the licensed music automatically and replaces it with generic music. But the licensed music in this game is really good. But here we go. Let me know how audio levels are, guys. Let me know if you can hear the game well and me well and everything. One thing that I think is crazy. Did you get the normal edition? Yeah, I just got the regular edition of the game. Honestly, I probably shouldn't have bought the game to begin with, because, long story short, I've just been having a really shitty few weeks with work, and they've been screwing me over. But I don't know. It's not even that I was necessarily looking forward to this game, because I was seeing another Marvel game from Square Enix after Avengers did kind of, you know, make me worried, but yeah, so basically they made up an entire fake rock band called Star-Lord just for, like, the backstory of this game. And they wrote an entire album of it, of the music for the game. Which this is part of, like, the generic music they made. Dang, so that means no Rickroll, yeah. Honestly, the Rickroll is one of, like, the funniest songs to just be, like, absolutely just messing people up to. Hey, what's up, Edward? Welcome to the stream. Of course, we gotta get the little prequel part out of the way. The little origin story, if you want to call it that.
Is that your new tape? Star-Lord. Who's the guy with the scary eyes?
He doesn't have a name. He's one of the space riders. And he's not scary. He's cool.
Your space rider certainly got his hands full.
What have I missed? Literally, honestly, the only thing that happened in the game so far was it just panned from the outside of the farmhouse into young Peter Quill's bedroom. So, but I was saying that the one thing that does stink that you guys won't get the full experience on is that this game has a really good soundtrack of, like, licensed music of, like, a lot of, like, classic, like, 80s, like, rock songs and stuff like that.
the hood of my old
And
car, listen to
thankfully, this
Drax.
game includes a
You
streamer
wanna watch
mode,
that?
which
Like I said.
turns off all the licensed music and replaces it with generic music that they made just for the game, which I really appreciate.
Stars, I need-
But yeah, the
Tell me
licensed
about
soundtrack for
this
this game is really good, and it's like Tech was saying, like one of the songs that you get is the Rickroll song, Never Gonna Give You Up by Rick Astley, and it's
Yeah,
just
I'll be
hilarious to be just absolutely messing up a group of enemies while you're basically Rickrolling
Don't worry, I'm gonna eat that
the
whole
enemies, and it's
myself.
great.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
You wouldn't.
Yes, I would.
Hey, watch the hair.
But yeah, I've already played through the first
Peter!
couple hours, give or
We
take.
talked about you leaving your toys on the floor.
It's not a toy. It's an action figure.
I wanted to see if I liked it before I decided to stream it. Because honestly, I was kind of worried about.
He doesn't even. Never mind.
I'm gonna try not to talk over
13 whole years.
cutscenes and stuff, but
Look at you. Where does time go?
I'll be up in a sec. I promise.
Right.
so basically, I don't remember what I was saying, honestly. But yeah, I really appreciate that they basically wrote an entire like album of metal music from a fake band called Star-Lord,
Can't believe I caught this.
and that's basically like
Awesome.
the origin story for Star-Lord's name in this universe, which I don't know if that's comic accurate or not. Honestly, the only reference I have for Guardians of the Galaxy stuff is the MCU. So
Man, I can't wait to play
I just came off answering an angry comment towards me over Big E and how I don't agree with his championship win, which is always fun. Oh, you love to deal with angry wrestling fans, because they are just always the most delightful people to talk to.
Natural ones in a row last game. Some barn I turned out to be.
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in Peter Quill's room. I'm not gonna go through all of it, but
This is embarrassing.
we're gonna give you up, and we're gonna let you down, and we're gonna turn around and desert you. Hell yeah. But yeah, like I said, I've really been enjoying this game so far. I mean, I was very cautious on this game because it's another Marvel game from Square Enix, where the last one they made was the Avengers game, and I have many thoughts about that game, mostly negative. Well, pretty much all negative, honestly, for the most part. So I was worried. I mean, granted, it was a different development studio, but still, seeing another Square Enix Marvel game kind of worried me. But I saw that the game was getting mostly good reviews, like some 7s, some 8s. I was like, well, all right, that's good enough for me. I'll try it out. So the Stevie Nicks look, definitely. He's got a black eye too. But let's just get going. A lot of the score in this game definitely reminds me of Star Wars, though. I don't know if they did that on purpose or not. I think they did.
Peter Quill, wake up.
Holy crap, Drax. You gotta stop doing this, man. It's weird.
We are approaching the quarantine zone.
Star-Lord band in this is good. Yeah, it is pretty damn good.
15,338 ticks.
It's good enough, actually, that I didn't even realize that it
The
was...
trayer is ready to
Like, when it first started playing, I didn't realize it was, like, some fake band that they made up and recorded music for. Like, I thought it was some type of, like, Megadeth song or something that I had never heard or something.
Trust her.
We'll try. We're supposed to be a team.
I make no promises.
You said it yourself, we're the Guardians of the Galaxy. Hell yeah. But I mean, yeah, I mean, this game definitely is very much inspired by the MCU, which I don't think is necessarily a bad thing, because I think for like 95% of the people, maybe even more, that play this game, the MCU is probably going to be their one and only, like, source, if you will, for what the Guardians are. So, I mean, it makes sense that it's very much MCU-inspired. I think it's different enough in most places. I love the Easter eggs in this. There's a lot of really good Easter eggs. There's a lot of cool, like, small details, which, I mean, I'll kind of point them out as we go along, but just even in the first couple hours, I noticed a lot of cool details. All right, he's just going to keep doing this until we press the left stick to move. I just wanted to see what all the different things he would do is. All right, let's get going.
Oh, it ain't just a junkyard. The quarantine zone's the biggest pile of galactic war debris in the known universe.
I actually had when I was playing yesterday, I had a really funny glitch that it definitely was a glitch, but I will take it as more of like an MCU Easter egg, where in certain parts of the game they'll give you the opportunity to go around and like engage in different conversations with your crew. And so, like, especially if you find, like, around the different levels, there'll be collectibles that are meant for specific, like, specific characters. So you might find, like, an assassin, like, ring that's meant for Gamora. And if you bring it back to Gamora and talk to her about it on the ship, it'll open up, like, a new conversation for her, or whatever. And so yesterday, I had found, like, one of each for each Guardian. So I was going around talking to all of them. And I talked to Drax first. And then after that, he wouldn't stop following me around the ship. And so, in every other conversation I got into, it would be just like the MCU scene where Drax is just standing in the background and he's like, if I stand incredibly still, you can't see me, or whatever. And so literally, like, I have some of the clips saved on my PS5. I could show you guys if you want. But it's literally just Drax standing right between Star-Lord and, like, Rocket, and Star-Lord and Gamora just standing there. Like, just stuck between them, and it was really freaking funny. How about Gotham Knights? Are you interested in that game? It looks fun, although I admit I haven't played through all of the Arkham games. I played through Arkham Asylum, and then I played through partially through Arkham City, and then I never went back to it. I do have to go back and finish them, though. This game has dialogue options similar to the Telltale games. And I don't know how much of a difference they make in the long run. But I know in, like, some, in some places, it will give you, like, a very Telltale, like how, if you guys have played the Telltale games, you'll know, like, if you do, after a big decision, it'll usually pop up in the corner, like, oh, this person will remember that. Or this person appreciates your loyalty, or, you know, stuff like that. There are some bigger choices that will result in things popping up in the corner like a Telltale game and being like, oh, you know, Rocket appreciated you standing up for him, or, you know, because you did this, you can now, like, access that, and all this other kind of stuff, but... So it's like, the way I would describe this game is it's... In terms of combat, it's like Uncharted, and a little bit like Final Fantasy VII Remake, where you kind of direct the other members of the Guardians to kind of do special attacks and stuff.
Nice gizmos, Rocket. I'm calling them thumpers on account of the noise they make. Assuming we get past the force field and reach.
And then definitely, like, there's definitely like a Telltale Games type of vibe with the character choices and stuff.
Alright, I'll let you get back to it. Sounds like catching that monster will be easier than we thought.
Yeah, the faster we catch it, the faster we get paid.
Oh, doesn't it have anything to do with Arkham? Oh, no, yeah, that's right, because, yeah, okay. No, you're right. I thought it did for some reason, I don't know why. But yeah, you're right. Because now I remember the first trailer. Because it basically shows that Batman died in, like, a completely different way than, or that he did die, I guess, in
Yeah, maybe I'd rather be.
the Arkham Knights universe or whatever. That he was attacked or they blew up the Batcave or something. I don't remember what the trailer showed exactly, but yeah. It's being made by the people that made Arkham Origins, though. I know that.
Drax!
Yeah, the Walking Dead series. Telltale made a ton of different series. They actually, interestingly enough, did make a Guardians of the Galaxy game back in like 2017.
You know we're supposed to
Which
catch
I never
this
played it,
monster,
but-
right? Not kill it.
Of course. But I suspect it will not go down without a fight.
Cool it, muscles. Lady Hellbender ain't gonna buy damaged goods.
I will aim to preserve.
I do like some of the alternate costumes, too.
Good.
But yeah. Suicide Squad Kills the Justice League as a follow-up to Arkham, not Gotham Knights. Okay, maybe that's where I got confused then. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I started a new game, and I guess the collectibles that I found in my original save transfer over. Because these are two of the collectibles I found for Groot.
What is it?
Dude, take 5. We gotta talk about that Gamora thing.
She's waiting for you in the cockpit.
I know. I just meant... Are you gonna be okay? You two are gonna be alone on the ship for a while.
I will say the only minor complaint that I have about this game is I think the voice acting isn't... I'm not saying it's bad or anything like that, but it's just like... And obviously this is... I'm not, you know... I'm obviously not trying to... you know, shit on the voice actors or anything. But I will say that there are... I feel like they could have redone some takes on some of the lines. Because Peter Quill is from Missouri. But there are definitely... and I don't know who the voice actors even are, so I don't know if the voice actor for Star-Lord is Canadian or not. But it definitely sounds like there's a Canadian accent slipping through a little bit in some of his line reads.
Really needs to get these plants under control.
And so I don't know if that's intentional or not, or... I mean, it doesn't seem like it would be intentional, because like I said, he's supposed to be from Missouri. But... I mean, other than that, I think the voice acting is fine. I mean, again, like I said, it definitely seems like... people are... like, the voice actors are mostly kind of trying to do, like, an MCU, like, type... Not necessarily trying to sound exactly like their MCU counterparts, but I mean, their personalities basically are that. There are story differences to, like, the character origins and stuff, but... Alright. The Telltale Guardians game was sick. Just out of curiosity, then, what all carried over from... Oh, okay, all my outfits carried over, too. That's interesting. I don't know if I like that or not. I don't know if I like that starting a new game transfers pretty much all of my stuff over. Are all my upgrades here, too? No, okay, so my upgrades don't transfer over. But pretty much everything else seems to, which is weird.
Oh yeah, you remember that dealer who asked about the emitters? After you left, he leans over to me and he says, what do you need these for then?
Telltale Guardians game was sick. I don't remember if I read that comment or not. But yeah, at some point there was so many Telltale games coming out that I didn't even get the chance to play all of them. The ones I played was Walking Dead seasons 1, 2, and 3.
Then why aren't you in it?
I played Batman seasons 1 and 2. I played The Wolf Among Us season 1.
Gotta catch that monster.
Right.
Is that it? I don't remember.
Did I miss anything?
Other than a ton of suspicious glares from
Didn't
Drax,
play
not really.
Game of Thrones. Didn't
Now,
play the later
forgotten.
seasons of The Walking Dead.
Strategizing.
Didn't play
Feel
Guardians.
free to grab your seat. We're almost ready to go.
I didn't play any of the older ones like Jurassic Park or anything like that.
Once we breach that force field, there's no going back.
Your black market codes are gonna crack that NovaNet, right?
Yep. As soon as you enter them in your console. Rocket! Did you bring back the docking chips you took from the alignment?
I will say the only other complaints I have, and I mean, granted, there's not very many characters with, like, long hair where it's noticeable, but, like, Gamora's hair is super stiff and, like, moves, it just, like, I don't think her hair should sit like that normally. Like, I don't know, it doesn't really look all that great when it comes to the hair. There's really only, like, 2 or 3 characters that have hairstyles like that you would, you know, that look iffy when it comes to that.
Ready now?
I love when they do that. I can't think of a game that they do that in, where, like, I mean, it's definitely more noticeable when you get to, like, the more open levels, but if you go off the beaten path to, like, explore for an outfit or to find, like, some of the currency that's laying around, they'll, like, all the Guardians will start just roasting the shit out of Peter Quill. Like, Rocket will be like, hey, Quill, you're going the wrong way. And, like, if you stay off the beaten path, they'll keep getting more and more mad at you.
Oh, why's the Nova Net still up? Thought we were going in.
And, like, it's very, like, specific to the mission you're doing.
Oh, please don't tell me Gamora's backdoor codes are bust. We nearly went broke getting them.
I don't know, I thought it was an interesting detail that I can't think of a game that did stuff like that. This game looks pretty good, but I don't know if it can compare to old Richard and Hank.
0451.
That's it? 4 digits?
No, I mean, so far, Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart is still my game of the year, but...
It's not that simple. The code only works on this date for this ship.
Oh, I get it. Gamora's codes are more like an encryption key of some sort, designed to integrate temporal coordinates and our ship's hard code.
Granted, I haven't finished this game yet, but...
Info gets in, digits come out.
Give me the code.
Yeah.
Did they give me the code and I wasn't listening, or
Are
what?
you having difficulties, Peter Quill?
Yeah, because I don't know what the code is.
0451.
I don't know if they told me that or not.
2, 2, 1, 8.
No. Do not confuse him, rodent.
Do not confuse him, rodent. Did you hear about Ring of Honor? Yeah, my friends just texted me about it, actually. I didn't get to read the article, but I just read the headline that apparently they're going on hiatus and they released everybody from their contracts. I think they might have went bankrupt, honestly. That was like my thought just from seeing the headline, that like they might be going bankrupt or something.
Stuff left after the war.
As long as it doesn't have a brain mission, am I right? That's true. Rift Apart does not have one of those.
I mean, Novacore had 12 years
Well,
to get rid of
it has something somewhat similar, from if I remember correctly. Not as bad, not nearly as bad as the brain mission, but there is a mission where you have to collect all of something around the one world, but it's, like I said, it's not nearly as bad as the brain stuff.
Why not? The Milano's weapon systems could use an overhaul. Plus, there's good money in it.
The piece that we seek is far more valuable to the Monster Queen of Seknov 9 than any illegally acquired salvage.
Whoa!
Place is really
I do appreciate some of the backstory that this game tells to really try to separate it from the MCU. I'm not going to spoil any of it, because they some of it is like big stuff that they literally just like drop and just move on from like it's nothing, and it's just like, no, I think you need to explain that a little bit more. And like I said, I haven't finished the game, so maybe they do explain it more, but
I still do not understand why I must remain on board with the assassin.
Because you're part of Green Team.
But like,
Sign me to the team before you named it. My skin is not green. It's teal. Teal.
but I appreciate the
trick the monster into going inside that mining rig. We need to place thumpers on both
this
sides.
game very much is like kind of like Guardians 1, the movie, when it comes to like how the Guardians interact with each other, where it's like starting off they very much are not on board all the time with each other.
Don't worry. Once the thumper
And I assume as you go along,
and we'll capture the monster.
or maybe once you get to the end of the game, like, it is a very cohesive unit, but... Give me a Hawkeye game, Instant Cop. I will honestly, and I mean, I'm not even that much of a Hawkeye fan, but granted, like, I don't really read the comics or anything, so the only frame of reference I have for Hawkeye is the
Take care of
MCU movies and then
Not a child.
the
Oh, imagine. Yep. Being here definitely feels a little weird.
Yo, Quill. These
Hawkeye
kids
from the
are so
Avengers game,
reliable. How
which-
come we're the only ones out here trying to catch this thing?
but
Find something we could sell.
Nah, just some
I know
spawn is-
everybody loves
Oh,
that
like
one,
brush
like the
up on
Matt
the
Fraction run of
history.
comics for Hawkeye. So I would honestly, even though I don't know much about the character, I would love to see a game based on that stuff.
Now, can we please focus less on the toxic goo and more on all this cool war junk it's holding together?
I don't know what the point of that was, but alright.
It's not a better shot than
I'm super excited for the Disney Plus show. Yeah, because that's basically supposed to be based on that run of comics. So I'm pretty excited for that too.
Okay, guess you're taking the long way now?
Just want to make sure we don't miss anything.
Go off.
Oh,
I love that.
You okay, Quill?
yeah, I think so.
What, you taking the long way now?
Think resin stuff's definitely strong enough to hold this place together?
Oh, yeah. Definitely, probably strong enough.
But yeah, the gameplay of the game is very similar to
Custom nano resin.
Uncharted, kind of.
Say pew pew.
What?
Did you just say
Highly
pew
somber
pew?
environment here, Rocket. The last thing I do is make light of it.
One of the really funny details is in certain parts of the game where like the game won't let you pull out your guns and shoot. If you press the shoot button, Peter Quill will put his fingers out like blasters and go pew 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 pew.
Neither can Drax. Taking his share will be easy. Gamora? We'll definitely have to watch out for her.
I'm thinking that big cylinder thing is our rendezvous.
It looks like it plays similar to Fallen Order. Yeah,
So weird seeing it all clustered together like this.
it is similar to that as
Bits and
well.
pieces of a war that
Not
stand
necessarily in the
beside
combat, but
themselves
like in the
held together
traversal, that it is pretty similar.
by Pink goo.
Abrium-based nano resin.
Whatever. I'm just
The
saying
reason I
it's
was
wrong
leaning more
to
towards
take-
Uncharted is because, mostly because it's a third-person shooter as opposed to Fallen Order, where
I think I do
you
sorta.
pretty much only have a lightsaber and some force powers. But
Yellow and blue. Looks like an old Nova Corps frigate. Nice.
Come on, dude. People probably died on that ship.
Killjoy, why do you even bring us here if the place is so sacred? I can name at least a dozen planets with monsters on them, so
Flat broke, Rocket. We need a big break. Aren't you tired of eating yarrow root?
it's so mealy.
Listen, this is a restricted zone. Whatever monster lives here, nobody else has one. Lady Hellbender values
before I buy this game, I might want to take an I Am Groot language class. It's a good point. It's a good point. I am Groot.
We ain't gonna get caught. There's only like 3 ships left in the entire Nova.
Nova Corps has more than 3 ships.
Sure, but you know, they ain't half the space cops they once was. Can hardly
Fallen Order, what a waste of money.
worrying about some old
Wow, really? You didn't like Fallen Order? I actually liked it a lot. Although, granted, my, like, bar for Star Wars games was so low based on the Battlefront games that EA was putting out, which in my opinion are basically just Battlefield with a Star Wars skin on top of it. But I thought, given EA's track record, Fallen Order was pretty damn good.
Hanging out, just like when we started this gig. Before you know who joined us.
I liked it a lot, but granted, I haven't played a lot of the older Star Wars games, so...
Quill's a swell guy.
Come on, Rocket. Drax and Gamora are valued additions to the team.
You're only saying that because she's listening. Careful on that thing, Quill. You spot something out there? I heard Nova Corps once wanted to cover entire planets in NovaNet, just like this place. I am Groot. Hostile
I am
once,
Groot.
I guess. I am Groot. Yeah, I wouldn't want the world mind picking and choosing. Most of my favorite planets.
I wonder if that's a hard thing to, like, write for, if you're a writer. There's a character that literally only speaks the same words over and over again. And you have to, like... As a voice actor, too, that must be tough. To, like, convey the correct emotion for what your line is supposed to mean.
Whoa!
I wonder if the way they do it in the script is that it probably says, like,
You sure?
probably just says, I am Groot, and then next to it in parentheses, it probably says, like,
Tell.
what it actually is, like, translating to, or whatever.
You think we can find pieces of the Tryon shard in here? You never heard of the Tryon shard? Pyramid of pure.
You never heard of the Tryon shard?
Everything it comes in contact with. Making things up. Name one time I ever made something up. You happy, Quill? You found the thing. I told you was there, but you didn't listen. A dead end.
The mythical void. Death's black terminal.
At least Battlefront's replayable. Fallen Order had clunky controls, a mediocre story, and no replay value.
And it's not like you could have known, Rocket. Both ways were going in the same direction.
I mean, I could kind of see where you're coming from with that. In terms of the
Of course he couldn't. I told him.
the clunky controls and all that stuff. I mean, at the time, I didn't really think about it that much, like, while I was playing it. But, when they put out, like, the free, like, next-gen version of the game, I didn't replay it, but I downloaded it just to pop the trophies and stuff. Because I had already had the Platinum on the PS4 version. And so I downloaded it to pop the trophies. And I don't know if it was done on purpose or what, but, like, just one trophy didn't pop for me, so I had to actually go and, like, complete the objective for it, which thankfully it wasn't like a story-related thing. It was just like, to kill 3 enemies with 1 lightsaber throw or something like that. But yeah, like, getting used to the controls again was weird. Like, it definitely does not play as good as I remember.
Probably got disintegrated when the ships went kaboom. Or the nanoresin absorbed them. Could explain its propagation. Or the closed atmosphere accelerates decomposition.
Definitely is weird controls, and it definitely is really finicky. Like, I remember playing it, like, when I was playing it back in the day. I remember always, like, I'm going the complete wrong way. There's definitely currency around here somewhere.
Aw, you were worried. That's cute.
Oh, here it is.
Shut up, both of you.
But yeah. Even back in the day playing it, though, I remember, like, having trouble with frickin', like, jumping on some of the vines and stuff. Like, it was always really finicky. So, yeah.
I'm kind of jealous.
I don't know. For me, like, I had no interest in EA's version of the Battlefront games because I don't really like Battlefield to begin with. And Battlefront basically just playing exactly like Battlefield for the most part didn't really appeal to me. But obviously everybody's different. But yeah, I can definitely see where you're coming from. But I'm just glad that now EA doesn't have exclusivity anymore. So now anybody has a chance to make a Star Wars game. I'm not necessarily excited that they're, I'm not necessarily confident that they'll all be great, but
says I can clear more of these suckers than you.
As if. Whoa, what the? Rocket, did you do that?
I am Groot. Say this as if you were fighting in a galactic battle. Pretty much.
Into my stuff?
Considering how many times I fixed the Flarkin thing, it might as well be my stuff.
I never really thought about it, but I wonder, from a voice actor perspective, that might actually be a really easy job. Because, I mean, like, how many different ways can you really say I am Groot? And, like, I assume they probably reuse takes. Like, I assume it's not a new take for every single time he says I am Groot, you know what I mean? They probably just have him record it, like, 20 or 30 different times with different inflections and different emotions attached to it. And then that's it. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I'm stupid. But it seems like it would be easier than having, like, a fully unique script. Fallen Order has a lot of the same problems as Uncharted. Once you play it, you're probably never going to play it again. Honestly, yeah, I can kind of see that. Like, for me, I had never played the Uncharted games until, like, right before 4 came out. Maybe it was, like, right when 4 was coming out. Because at the time, the person I was game sharing with on PlayStation, he was like super hyped for Uncharted 4, and I was like, I've honestly like, I'm excited for it, but I've never played 1 through 3. And so I ended up like maybe a week or two before 4 came out, buying the Nathan Drake collection on PS4 and playing through all of them. And yeah, playing through them the first time was a lot of fun, but then, like you said, like, I mean, they're just extremely linear games. Like, they're good games, but they're just, there's really no reward for going back through it and playing again other than trophies. So if you don't care about trophies or, well, it's a PlayStation, well, Uncharted specifically is a PlayStation exclusive, so I was going to say achievements, but if you don't care about trophies, there's literally no reason for you to care to play through them again. And like, when they released they're remastering Uncharted 4 and The Lost Legacy for PS5. And will I buy it again and play them? Yeah, probably, but that's honestly mostly for the trophies, which is a really stupid reason to buy that. So I might not buy it at release, but like I might wait for the price to go down.
Now this brings back memories.
Ooh, I found like an Apple Watch or something. A not Apple Watch Apple Watch. The Ravager comm bracelet. Someone might have something to say about it. Someone? What do you mean, someone? Oh.
After we catch this monster, we really should spend half a cycle loading up the Milano with tech. Holy shit! Well,
I really hope they didn't just like spoil some shit, like late game stuff of that collectible. Because every other time you pick up a collectible, it specifically says who is going to talk about it. It'll say like, oh, Gamora will have something to say about this back on the Milano. So I hope it didn't just, like, it being a Ravager thing makes me think that maybe Yondu shows up later in the game. Oh, alright, our first combat situation. You love to see that. Use right stick to aim and then hold L2 to lock onto a target.
whoa, what the fuck? You dead, Quill? We can hear your wussy squeal even without the on.
Little busy. Crap! That's cheating.
You guys should have seen that. It was this weird blobby thing.
When Peter Quill's just by himself, the combat honestly is take it or leave it. But it becomes not necessarily that there's more depth to it, but I feel like it's a lot more fun when you have the different Guardians and you're commanding them to do different moves to like stagger the different enemies and stuff. I will say I think your guns overheat way too quickly. And I don't know if that changes based on like the difficulty you play on or not, or what, but I will say that does definitely get annoying in battle when there's just a ton of enemies around and your guns keep constantly overheating.
Not funny.
Okay. Making sure I don't miss anything here.
Attacked by strange creatures when installing a thumper.
Must be working then. What they look like?
A spined orb with multiple ocular protrusions.
We'll keep an eye out. Get it? Get it?
Quill, we got a lot riding on your gal pal's mystery monster tip. I hope she's legit. Like you could even tell if she had an honest face.
Trust in the plan, guys. Everything is checked out so far, right down to the mining ship. Put our thumpers in the right
Honestly,
places and we'll bag that monster.
I don't know how well you guys can hear it, so let me know how audio levels are. But not only do I think that whoever the voice actor is for Star-Lord has a Canadian accent, but his accent sounds specifically... His accent sounds a lot like Chris Jericho's Canadian accent.
Are you kidding me?
And I don't know how different accents are. I mean, I'm sure they are very different depending on the region of Canada you're from. But Chris Jericho's from Winnipeg, right? So this guy definitely sounds like he's from the same place.
We can't jump that. You don't got it.
It's not necessarily a traditional Canadian accent, or a stereotypical one, I would say, not traditional. But it doesn't seem like your stereotypical accent where like it's like, oh, you know, oh, we're gonna go a boot. I don't. First of all, everything I did except a boot was like a weird like Irish accent. But
More ship eaters. Oh, they're everywhere. All right, back to business. Let's go.
Why the enthusiasm?
Because our bet's still on, and I'm gonna kick your butt.
But, yeah, like, it's not like he says a boot all the time, but I mean, I don't know. I definitely can hear some hints of a Canadian accent in there.
We gotta go that way, across the gap.
Which, again, not like the biggest deal, but I feel like they could have went and done additional takes. And I ended up getting the tattoo. Not yet. And the main reason for that is because... well, one, honestly, like, I did want to have it by now. But, of course, pretty much, like, since the Extra Life stream happened, I've been getting really screwed over at work with hours. And I can't really go work anywhere else right now, unfortunately, just because of the situation I'm in. But, so I don't have money for the tattoo right now. But also, it was because, I was also thinking about coming back and trying to raise more money before the end of the year. And so I wanted the incentive for that to be part of, or to have to do with the tattoo. So, right now I'm planning to do another, like, 12-hour stream at some point before the end of the year. I haven't nailed down a date yet, because me and my friends are trying to work it out right now.
Bad idea. Those cops are all connected.
Because now that it's getting close to the holidays, and a lot of us work in retail, so it's kind of hard for all of us to try to get, you know, a day off during the holidays with them coming up now. So, we're kind of trying to decide on a date right now, but regardless, leading up to that, I decided I wanted to raise money again, and if we raise $2,500, I'm going to let you guys, the community, the Phenom fam, if you will, vote on part of the Extra Life tattoo. So the idea I had for it, and well, and probably what I'm going to go with, is, I don't know exactly placement-wise where I want it, but basically I want to get the Extra Life logo, which is, it's just like a generic game controller with angel wings and a halo on it, which... Well, that's the Extra Life. So that's the Extra Life logo right there. Controller. So my idea for the tattoo was to get that logo, and then as like the main like centerpiece of the tattoo, if you will, and then on like around it, I wanted to get a bunch of like little video game themed like collectible items, so things you collect in certain games. So like, and I was going to do one of those items for each year that I've been doing Extra Life. And then I would add to it and get a new piece added to it every year. So I was thinking, like, so far I've been doing it for 4 years. And then if we raise $2,500, the piece that you guys would vote on would be a 5th piece of the tattoo, or I guess technically 6th with the Extra Life logo. But so, like, for instance, I would want to do, like, and again, I don't have placement, like, really nailed down, but let's just say, like, the Extra Life logo here in the center, and then say, like, around it, like, a Wumpa Fruit from Crash Bandicoot, a gem from Spyro, like a bolt from Ratchet and Clank, a ring from Sonic, you know, stuff like that. And, you know, maybe just like little, little tiny, like, years next to it. So like 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, you know, whatever. And then, like I said, I would let you guys vote on a 5th piece of the tattoo. But, you have to get the Sheepinator. See, I haven't decided exactly what items exactly I want to do, because I feel like it would be limiting to just do, like, currencies, if you know what I mean? Like, if I just did, like, oh, coin from Mario, ring from Sonic, like, Wumpa Fruit from Crash Bandicoot, stuff like that. I feel like that'd be limiting, because I feel like there's not many games that have stuff like that all the time. Usually that stuff is left mostly to just platformer games, but well, I haven't nailed down all the details just yet, but I mean, that was just the basic general idea I had for it. I definitely want to get a Wumpa Fruit from Crash, and I want to get something from Spyro, because those are like my 2 favorite games. But yeah, so like I said, if we raise $2,500 before the end of the year, I would let you guys, the community, vote on what the 5th piece of my Extra Life tattoo should be. Do a New Year's 24-hour stream, unless you got plans. That could be fun. Well, I agree that would be fun. The only thing that I worry about is I don't know how that works with Extra Life's... like, I don't know how that works on Extra Life's end. Like, I don't know if... like, once it transitions over to the new year, I don't know how donations work. Like, I don't know if it'll instantly reset at midnight or not. So, I don't know. That would be fun, though. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Knowing my luck, I'll get stuck working, like, that morning or something like that. And my job doesn't, especially if you're not, like, a manager or anything like that, you don't have any leeway in terms of, like, requesting off for holidays or anything like that. So.
Okay, here we go.
And especially because my job just loves to screw me over at pretty much any chance that they get, so. Like, technically, and I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I should be saying this on the internet, online, but,
Let's just find a solution.
The solution's a new battery, with a charge.
Okay, we're on what's left of a ship, full of ship things. Gotta be thinking
it's just
of
dumb.
Ship things around here, right?
Yeah. Maybe you're gonna want to use your visor for this.
Hey, a huge power generator. How do we hook it up?
We don't. That thing would toast a little thumper.
Lego stud, Banjo-Kazooie.
No charge.
No charge, no good.
Yeah, there's a ton of different things you could do. So that's why that was the idea I came up with. And plus it's, you know, small enough that it's like not super complex, and it's, you know, easy enough to go in once a year and get a new small thing added to it, you know what I mean? So.
Of course there ain't any plants here. It's a junkyard.
Ooh, what's this? Hell is this?
Of course, it's the worst space.
Oh, it's like an
ration
MRE.
flavor. This one tastes like dollar store cat food. Makes
Oof.
your teeth oily.
Well, come on, man.
That definitely sounds like frickin' Chris Jericho, kind of. Accent-wise.
Found something with a charge. Kind of looks like a spacey car battery. Okay.
But,
This thing isn't gonna zap me, right?
The chance is minuscule. At best.
It's minuscule at best.
Here you go.
That'll do nicely. Just let me tinker a bit. I'll have to do some tweaking once I see how much juice this thing puts out. So watch my back.
Launch it from what? Rocket! Help me scramble some critters!
No, Scott! If I don't rewire this fast, it's gonna short circuit.
Groot, the last Flora Colossus. Groot is a vigorous defender able to withstand high amounts of damage. He focuses on crowd control. Basic ability, Entangle, immobilizes enemies in a small area for a short amount of time. So yeah, basically the way this works is, and the reason that before I compared it kind of to Final Fantasy VII Remake is that you only play as Star-Lord, but you can command all of the different members of the Guardians that are with you at the time to do different special attacks and stuff like that. They all have different abilities and all this other stuff. So it's a really unique way of handling it, I think. Damage multiplier.
I'd like to see you fix it next time. Come on, 2 down, 2 to go.
I am Groot.
I am Groot. Accept that passage, bud. Well, we found a way out. I am Groot. Groot's wondering if the reward's gonna be worth all.
I'm not sure what happens if you lose this bet with Rocket, because when I played, I won. But if I ever get a tattoo, it will say, "It's not too late, it's never too late." That's a motto I live by. Plus, I'm a huge 3 Days Grace fan. Nice. I really like a lot of 3 Days Grace's older music. Granted, since they changed singers, I haven't really listened to a lot of their stuff. But yeah, I mean, I have a lot of their older stuff on Spotify before they switched singers. I used to listen to them quite a lot. I mean, I still do because they pop up on my Spotify playlist all the time, but... Oh, so you think the new singer is better? Okay. You might be one of the only, one of the only 3 Days Grace fans that I know that actually thinks that. Like I said, I haven't really listened to a lot of their stuff.
They designed at least 5 experimental models twice that size, plus half a dozen Mega Sentry prototypes, Star Stealth models with modified sneak attack parameters.
How do you know all this?
Because they were my fellow experiments back on Half-World. Most of my parts came from the...
Am I forgetting how that sign works? Because if I'm not mistaken, I think the way that you
see the parts come and go from my
worded it, you're saying that Matt is better than Adam.
my cage.
I didn't mean to open old wounds.
Oh, you're saying... Okay, never mind. You're not saying... You're not... Okay. I'm too, like...
Where would I be now if those blue buttscots...
You're just saying that it went Adam to Matt. I was thinking that you were saying that... Or am I crazy? Yeah, I know Adam's the original singer, but... I don't know. I don't know why I'm so confused at the... I think I'm just dumb. It's fine, don't worry about it. But yeah, for me personally, I much prefer Adam to the new singer, but like I said, I used to listen to a lot of their stuff, but
I wasn't even a person to the worst of the Kree's mad scientists. More like a real smart walking gun.
A very talkative gun.
No, you're good, Edward. I just...
That part was an accident. They tried to fix it a few times.
Oh, damn it, Rocket, you piece of garbage.
I wish I'd gone back and blown it up before the end of the war.
My favorite 3 Days Grace song.
Get a load of this, Rocket. Don't worry, I ain't even gotten serious yet.
trying to think, like, there's... I don't know why I'm drawing a blank.
Rocket, do you have a plan for where we're gonna keep this monster once we've caught it?
Am I supposed to go down there?
As opposed to...
I'm gonna see if there's something down there.
Looks like it's already been messed up
But,
by a monster.
Hey, I got a system. Everything's where it's supposed to be.
No, I don't think I'm so... Oh, nope. I guess I wasn't supposed to go down there. Okay. But, trying to think. I don't want to... I mean... Obviously, like... Riot is a good one. Favorite. I'm so bad at picking favorite songs when it comes to bands. It's like, if I like a band, I just like so much of their music that it's so hard for me to pick my favorite. Riot's a good one. Pain's another good one. Let me look at... I'm gonna look at their songs really quick on Spotify and point out some of my favorites real quick. How do I don't know how to use Spotify, apparently. Let's read a... Misery Loves My Company is one that I've definitely jammed to a lot. Break from Life Starts Now is a good one. Time of Dying. I already said Riot. Never Too Late's a good one. Animal I Have Become. Pain. I Hate Everything About You. Might be the first 3 Days Grace song that I heard. I don't remember. It was either Animal I Have Become, Pain, or I Hate Everything About You, because I think all three of those were in, like, in video game soundtracks when I was young. And that was, like, where I discovered most of the bands that I like today. I might be the only person on this planet with this opinion, but Riot is way down on my list. I think their other stuff is a lot better. I mean, yeah, I mean, obviously, you know, music is subjective. Everybody's different, but I think it's just nostalgic for me because it was one of the first songs I heard from them.
It will be majestic.
What does that look like?
We shall see.
I Hate Everything About You, I think, was on, like, one of the NASCAR soundtracks, but I never owned the games, but I used to play them a lot at, my buddy Mark's house. I think Animal I Have Become was part of some, like... I don't remember what game it was on.
Now, I want to see you do that to something in combat.
It was some kind of, like, snowboarding game or something, maybe? I don't remember.
Wait, is that... Yes! I'm about to win this bet, Quill!
I'm just gonna try to cheese this and shoot as many of them from here as I can before Rocket starts moving, because once he starts moving, he just finds like a shit ton of them, and it's really unfair. And then he almost wins, so... I think I got most of them that I can get from here. Riot and Animal I Have Become are on SVR 2007. That's, yeah. Animal I Have Become definitely was on some other game. Like some type of sports, like extreme sports, like a snowboarding or some type of game like that. I don't remember what it was. Oh shit. It might honestly be like some type of demo or something that I played. I don't remember. But I vividly remember Animal I Have Become playing in some kind of snowy environment. I don't think it was an SSX game. I could be wrong, though.
Maybe this is the parasite
I don't know. Maybe it was an SSX game. I don't remember. Can I get back up to his level? Rocket, you better not win. I'm gonna fight you. I wonder if I just progress, if it'll, like, automatically end his thing.
No, we can't take the giant robot home. And believe me, that's a painful sentence.
I think we got most of them here.
You know what, Quill? I think it's unfair. You got 2 guns, I got 1. I think my points should count double from now on.
That's cheating.
All right, bumper goes there, Quill.
Ooh, look at all those nice targets.
Big deal. There was 1 left.
I'm winning that bet for sure.
Dream on. Hey. Oh, look. That's it. I'm going in.
I love how pissed he gets that I keep finding more. Okay.
I'm not gonna run after you. Get that bumper over here.
Was there not, like, some kind of something over here? Like a collectible of some kind? Oh, boy. I almost just fell to my death.
What's he doing in there? Well, apparently we ain't going nowhere either. Might as well call the Slicey bunch and warn them we're gonna be late.
I can't think of a game that has done that before.
It's a competition if you're motivated enough.
Where, like, not only do they comment on the fact that you're not, like, that you're going away from the beaten path, but that it's, like, contextual to the mission. Like, I feel like the games that I could think of that might have done something similar was, like, in certain situations in maybe the Uncharted games or something like that. But from what I remember, I feel like I remember them being very generic. Or to just be like, oh, like, no matter what, it'll just be like, oh, hurry up, Nate, or something like that. Whereas Rocket's like, well, I better call Green Team and tell them we're gonna be late. And it's like, it's always contextual to the mission instead of just being some generic statement. I'm just like, oh, hurry up, Quill. I mean, there is some of that, but usually it's followed by something like, Rocket, the loose cannon. Rocket is a weapons expert who attacks from a distance. He focuses on damaging multiple enemies at a time. His basic ability, Cluster Flark Bomb, deals moderate damage to everything in the impact area. Honestly, high-key Rocket is, like, I think, one of the best Guardians in terms of, like, his ability. He's, like, the only one with an AoE attack, and it's just really useful. Does anyone know what happened to Ring of Honor? No, we were talking about it. I mean, I didn't get to read the article, so I don't know of what they've said. My friend sent it in a group chat. I think they probably went bankrupt, if I had to guess. And they just haven't said it yet. That would be the only reason I could think of why you would just completely, like, fire everybody with zero notice. I mean... Oh, no. Oh, no, I walked right off the end. You hate to see that. I was a big Skillet fan as a kid, but as I got older, the more I disliked their music. Whispers in the Dark is still pretty awesome, but other than that, they're pretty meh. Honestly, like, I kind of agree with you for the most part. I used to listen to them a lot when I was in middle school. They have, like... They have a good song every now and then, but, I mean, I don't really keep up with them that much. But, like, recently, the only song I've heard of theirs that I really liked was... that one they were using for Raw for a while, Legendary or whatever. Which, I'm still mad about how that all worked out with, Me and Tyler.
How's that work? 5 points?
Oh, come on! You can't just give yourself points.
We had picked that song to use for our Royal Rumble pay-per-view. And then literally within the next like 24 hours that we picked the song till before the video, like our video came out, WWE had picked it to use it for, it was like the song for the WWE 2K, whatever, 2K20 trailer maybe. And then it was,
We'll meet you at the mining ship.
the theme song for Raw for a while, like all within a day. Hey, what's up, Dormammu? Dormammu, I've come to bargain. Alright, let's keep going. I don't think there's anything else here we're going to worry about. So apparently they couldn't do shows. They basically had to release everyone and are trying to rebuild. Huh. Yep, I have no idea what happened with them.
As secure as a broke-down Chitauri shipwreck's ever gonna be.
I am Groot.
That's 'cause you keep calling it gooey stuff. It's nano resin.
Come on, Groot. We need to get across here. And Rocket wouldn't put you at risk, right?
I was so mad when they replaced Legendary with the generic song that Raw has now. Yeah, sometimes I feel like they change just for change's sake. Like they don't really have a good reason to do it. They're just like, it's been 6 months, let's change it. It actually doesn't even change that often.
Yes, the resin can hold a stupid warship.
Damn it, everywhere I go, there's that one person who says that phrase.
See, I'll even prove it. Huh? Look at this.
Rocket? Oh, fuck. Guys, jump! Ah!
Oof, alright. Groot's okay. It's all good, everything's fine. I think some of the wrestlers are fine because they're signed with other companies, but most aren't. Yeah. I don't know, that's a really, like, just crazy thing for the entire company to go under.
Says he'll meet us at the mining ship. I don't want to make him wait.
That's it? We're not
Like I said, I don't know if there's any official news from Ring of Honor themselves, but I really think they might have went bankrupt and just aren't.
His radio must have broke when he fell.
What happened to your timber companion?
Groot just took a different path. He must have fell and broke his radio.
Yeah, that's it.
Why take a different path?
Team Rocket over. Hope that got
They should bring back Around the World. Dude, that theme was really freaking good.
Now we can stop worrying about that dumb accident. Groot's fine anyways. There's nothing to worry about.
Whatever, right? Like you said, Groot's fine. Everything
Oh,
is...
damn it. Come on, stop shooting them.
We're all fine.
Sure, fine.
Some of these guys are actually under 30 years old. Time for NXT 2.0. Oh, God. And then they'll have to go up against Braun Breaker.
I don't know, what?
One Chitauri nailed the 10 ships.
Really hoping Jay Lethal ends up in Triple H's hands. I mean, technically, nobody's in Triple H's hands right now. Triple H is still apparently out from that surgery that he got or whatever. That heart surgery.
How?
You take your foot off its head.
Rocket, where are you finding these things, bro?
told me that one. Only good Chitauri is a dead Chitauri.
Yeah, Korax was okay. I wonder how he's doing.
Man, if that afterburner kicked on right now...
Honestly, like, I know that he doesn't do it anymore, but Jay Lethal to me will still always be the,
Gotta get through it.
his gimmick in TNA, where he was basically just impersonating Macho Man.
Yep. You saying we're the guys?
Today we are, if we can get it open. There's a drone access tunnel.
That's all I can ever remember him as.
Can you squeeze in there?
Knew it. Rocket, fix the thing. Rocket, clean up the mess. Rocket, crawl.
I'm happy for Ciampa. What happened to Ciampa?
See anything?
Yeah, a manual.
Did he retain the title, or?
Hit a snag. One of
I honestly don't even know if he retained the title. I'm so, like, not caught up on
Just
NXT.
make sure the new spot as close as possible to the original one, because of maps and angles.
On the next mission, I do not wish to be on green team.
Ditto.
All the 5-person jobs I know are heists.
No more heists. Great. Another turbine.
Yeah, that is how these things are usually
Vince be like, Stephanie, divorce this son of a bitch. He lost the war against AEW.
It feels like I should be winning.
I mean, it's your tech doing the counting. I guess
Ciampa
it could
retained,
be
nice.
effective.
Literally the only thing I saw about,
I'm winning then.
NXT last night was I saw that Mandy Rose's faction now has like all of the women's gold, and I saw that Ciampa was
Come on, let's get out of here.
painted himself like Kratos, which I thought was really cool. A lot of title changes happened, and Kai is still in NXT, which is surprising.
Hey, Gamora, did you really chop up the Shatari Queen?
Honestly, NXT is in such a weird place right now where it's like, I feel like the people you would assume that would have been called up a while ago aren't now because, I mean, I don't know. Personally, like, for me, like, I don't even watch NXT 2.0, but if they had completely gotten rid of, like, Ciampa and Gargano and Dakota Kai and all those people, I would literally have 0% interest in watching it. So I feel like they might be in a situation right now where they have to keep some of those people around just to, like, try to bring the diehard NXT fan base along for 2.0, if that makes sense. It was cool to see the Usos brother. Yeah, I also heard about that. I didn't actually see it. But yeah, I heard that he debuted or whatever. I'm almost certain that Raquel and Io are on their way to Raw and SmackDown. I could see that, honestly. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't, like, actually, like, kept up week to week with wrestling in, like, 5 or 6 years, probably. Maybe even more than that, honestly.
No rush. It's nice and cozy in here.
And honestly, the only reason I kept up with it for so long was because
There's wiring in there. See if I can get
most weeks, I would say, most of us, not all of us, but a lot of times we would be like me, JP, Tyler, and Anthony. Like some variation of us would be like would hang out for Raw and stuff. Is that an Infinity Stone? I still have no idea. They don't really say whether it is or not. At least as far as I've gotten in the game. Maybe it's revealed later that it is. I think it might be. But it certainly looks like an Infinity Stone. And that's also what happens when Quill grabs the Power Stone in the Guardians movie, so. Although I don't know what the hell that thing coming out of it was. Io probably to Raw, so she can do something with Asuka. And Raquel to SmackDown because...
Well, that's concerning.
Nia, Piper, and Tamina are on Raw. honestly, like, obviously I'm being a little selfish, but like, I feel like they really kind of,
Cleaner bots. Maybe.
Oh, cleaner bots.
they really kind of like nerfed, or that's not the right word. I feel like they really crippled the SmackDown roster. And personally, I'm mad about it because, SmackDown this week is in, not my hometown, but it's like a 30-minute drive. So me and my friends are going, and it's like, most of the people I care about are gone now. Like, it's the only people that I really care about that are still on SmackDown is, Jeff Hardy, Roman Reigns, and like I can't even think of who else is on there. Is Liv Morgan still on SmackDown? I don't even remember. If she is, then great. I don't think she is though. I don't remember. Mostly just Jeff Hardy and Drew McIntyre is on SmackDown now too. But I have a bad feeling that the only reason he's there is just to be fed to Roman at some point.
Yep. Just a freaky floating creature. Nothing to worry.
I'm sure there are a couple other people that I care about, but like Finn Balor's gone, Seth is gone, Edge is gone.
I think I'm done with bets for today.
Yeah, you and me both. Let's just get to the rendezvous point.
Nobody won. It was just an excuse to shoot stuff.
I mean, Alexa Bliss has been written off TV, but I'm pretty sure she got drafted to Raw. You got King Woods. I am excited to see King Woods.
Is that supposed to make me feel better?
And because WWE just went through SmackDown stars and moved them to Raw, so now Drew is the only person with even a shot at beating Roman for the championship. And that's the thing, is like, after they feed Roman Drew, like, where do they go next? Like, I have a feeling that, I mean, I don't know, because the next, well, Survivor Series, so he'll be facing Big E. Then probably, I don't know if, then either in December, probably in December, he'll fight Drew, and Drew is going to lose. Then presumably, I guess the rumor is that there will be a rubber match with Lesnar at the Royal Rumble. I don't know if he'll, I don't know if Lesnar will win then. I really hope not, but that's just me. I don't really like Lesnar all that much. I know that's an unpopular opinion, I think. Liv is on Raw, yeah. I don't know. I could honestly see Brock losing at the Royal Rumble. Here's honestly, this is, WWE is so like predictable, I feel like sometimes. And so what my prediction is going to be is I think that there will be a match between Roman and I think there'll be a match between Roman and Brock at the Royal Rumble. I think there'll be some other type of like BS with the Usos again for Roman to retain. And then I think literally it'll be like that they do the WWE Championship match like first or second on the night at the Royal Rumble. And then Brock loses the match and then is pissed and then like comes out and like ruins the Royal Rumble and wins basically. And then he faces Roman at Mania and then beats him, which, like, yes, granted, like Roman has had the title for a while, but I don't know. The last person I want to see him lose it to is Brock Lesnar.
And thanks for the upgrade.
I want to see Sheamus win the Intercontinental Championship and face Ridge Holland at Mania. Now that's a dream match. Is Sheamus a Grand Slam champion yet or no? Or does he still need the Intercontinental title? The thing is, who even has the capability of beating Roman? That's the thing, is like, there is very little chance that, especially because of the way that they booked themselves into a corner with him a little bit. It's like, realistically, realistically, I feel like the only people they're gonna give the opportunity to actually beat Roman, it's gonna be some type of part-timer, whether it be... I really think it's gonna be Brock. I think Brock is gonna take the title off of him for a while, and then I think eventually Roman will win it back. And then they'll maybe try to build for a Rock versus Roman match, or yeah, Rock versus Roman at Mania 38. But I really don't know. Or 39, right? Whichever one is in Hollywood, I don't know. He never won the Intercontinental. Okay.
Guys, we really need to get better at the buddy system.
She is not my buddy. I will find you, Peter Quill.
She is not my buddy.
Old metal, old mining equipment, just old.
Noted.
Give me Willow. Dude,
You two have any luck?
It is not a question.
I'd like to see Willow.
Peter, make some noise so we can find you.
Wasn't there a rumor saying that he was going to bring back Willow or something like that? I don't remember. The only people that can face Roman are Brock, Drew, Xavier, Sheamus, Cesaro, Nakamura, and maybe Holland or Swerve if they build them right, but that's it. Yeah, like, I understand that, like, the argument for a while was like, and I had heard rumors that apparently USA was pissed because they felt that SmackDown had all the star power and Raw didn't have anything. But now they course corrected way too far the other way, and now SmackDown has nothing. And Raw has everyone. And it's like, I didn't think it would be that hard to get it right, you know what I mean? Like, have some big stars on both. Like, it really isn't that hard, I feel like. Like, it can't be that hard to figure out. I don't know. Definitely something, though. Ooh, okay. Where am I supposed to... Oh, through here. But, yeah. Really dumb, really stupid. In my opinion. Oops. Especially in the women's division. Yeah, I mean... It's all dumb. How did I miss it again? If Sheamus wins the IC title, he'll be the only the second man to have ever been a Grand Slam champion, Money in the Bank winner, Royal Rumble winner, and King of the Ring winner. That's a pretty cool stat. Who is the other person in that statistic? Randy Orton? No. Has Randy Orton won King of the Ring? Who's the other person in that statistic? Who's the first person?
Peter, Drax, where are you? Did I hear blasters?
Sure did.
Save some for me.
Not gonna be a problem.
Edge, okay. I don't think I was watching at the time that Edge won King of the Ring.
Deadliest woman incoming!
Never see it coming.
Nice. Gamora, the deadliest woman in the galaxy. Gamora is a skilled assassin who swiftly eliminates targets. She delivers quick, high-damage attacks. Her basic ability, Deadly Strike, deals heavy damage to a single enemy. Did I skip over the thing for Drax, or did it not give me one? I think I skipped it by accident. Gamora can cut certain out-of-reach objects.
We'll head that way and keep an eye out for you.
How's my baby? All right. Pretty sure that baby's our ticket upward. Somehow.
It's a possibility. Maybe try something else.
What?
I could make it up there, but we're gonna need something for you two to climb up on.
It is a wonder the Nimbulus has not abandoned us already.
Oh, I have to mark the cable.
Bet you can't do this.
Edge 1 in 2001. Yeah, I was 2 years old at the time.
Physically impossible.
I mean, depending on the month, but yeah.
Drax, think you can heft that container?
Behold the might of a Catathian war.
All that would be left for Sheamus would be to win Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, which you could probably just go up and say, "Hey Vince, can I win the Battle Royal?" and he can do it. Have they even had the? I mean, this is how little I feel like they like showed any type of care towards it. Is like I don't even know if they still do the Battle Royal. Like if you were to ask me, do they still do the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal? Or like when the last one was, I literally couldn't tell you.
It'll look real good right here.
I mean, I don't think they've done it the last couple years, mostly probably due to like COVID concerns, but I couldn't tell you the last time I saw them do one. And even the ones that they did do, I feel like it seemed like they didn't put much care into it. Or that like the winner, like yeah, they won, but I feel like they never really capitalized on it. Jey Uso won it this year. I honestly don't know if you're messing with me or not, because I really don't know if they did one this year. I don't remember. You could be messing with me, and I'd really have no idea.
All right, Rocket, we're back on track.
Oh, yeah, good for you. It ain't stealing if it's abandoned me. Oh, fuck.
Rocket.
Not now, Quill.
Oh boy. But I mean, case in point, again, I really don't know if he actually... Jey eliminated Nakamura to win it. Oh yeah, see, that's what I mean. That's why I don't remember it, because it was on the SmackDown before WrestleMania. So like, if they care so little about it to put it on SmackDown and not even the actual pay-per-view or even the pre-show to the pay-per-view, then why should I care about it? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too negative about it, but like, case in point, like, I mean, granted, like I said, I don't watch week to week, but like, if it was something that they actually cared about, you would think that they would like let people know that he won that. Like, granted, I don't really pay attention to commentary all that much all the time, but like,
Bat-like wings with razor tips. Probably spits poison or acid.
Or acidic poison.
you would think, especially with the whole Bloodline storyline going on, you would be like, oh, you would think they would be like, oh, Jey Uso won King of the Ring this year, like, you know, like, or not King of the Ring, sorry, the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal. You would think they would be like, oh, you know, Jey Uso won the Andre the Giant Memorial Battle Royal, like, that's a, you know, a good, you know, just another accolade for the Bloodline, you know, yada, yada, yada. Like, you would think they could build that into the storyline somehow, and, like, that they would even fucking mention it.
I had nothing to do with what happened to your people.
But you were familiar with this tactic.
Why did the most recent WrestleMania have, like, 26 million matches? It's a good question, because they felt the need to fill 2 days. I really hope they go back to a single night WrestleMania. Although, see, I don't know, I'm torn on it, because it's like,
There is a distinct sensation.
I much prefer a single night WrestleMania, but also, as someone who went to WrestleMania 35, it is draining to be in the arena for like 8 hours straight, because it literally, like, the pre-show started around like 4 or 5, I think, and we were in the stadium until after midnight when the Becky match ended. It was like almost 12:30 at night, I want to say. So it's just like,
The monster was drawn to this ship of all places.
on one hand, that is way too excessive. So if they really feel the need to do that many matches, 2 nights makes sense. But I also just, I don't know, I don't like the 2-night WrestleMania either. Oh boy. Oh boy.
You're right. This isn't working. It's like we woke up the whole ship. Just hang it.
The huddle. When your huddle gauge is full, trigger the huddle with L1, R1. Actions you perform in battle build up your huddle gauge. When filled, call a huddle to reset the odds.
Guys, huddle up.
They totally did it for money reasons, because you're basically paying to watch a Raw and a SmackDown show.
It feels like they're everywhere, laughing at us.
And yet, we cannot retreat. No one wants to retreat.
That's a good point too, 'cause I'm sure they probably also charge you double for tickets to a 2-night WrestleMania.
Darts on the field, danger on all sides. It's time we stand and face it, and make sure they're nullified.
These huddles are really cool because normally after you finish, it starts playing some of the licensed music, and it's really great when you do one of these and then it starts playing Rickroll, or Never Gonna Give You Up, and so you're basically just Rickrolling the enemies. Huddles have 3 possible outcomes. You motivated the team by answering correctly. Both you and the Guardians get a damage boost. Had you chosen wrong, only you would have gotten the damage boost. Win or lose or say nothing, all Guardians are resurrected. So that's basically your, like, ultimate ability. Oh, it really doesn't play any music at all? You would think it would have at least played the frickin' that Star-Lord music. Kinda sucks that it doesn't play any music. Okay, well, that makes it significantly less cool, but alright. Nice. It had a promising start with Cesaro, but then just went downhill with people like Big Show and Mojo Rawley winning it. Yeah, definitely. They totally... Oh yeah, I already read that. But yeah, man, like, I don't know. It's such a weird thing, because, like...
The Milano should be right on the other side of this door. It was open when I came through here.
I honestly, like... I don't know. It's such a weird thing, because it's like...
Excuse me?
As just a like someone who watches wrestling, I wouldn't mind WrestleMania only being like 4 hours, like a normal pay-per-view length, to make it feel special that there's only a couple, like, you know, there's only a certain number of matches. But also it's like the person in me who's like more worried about like the way that their workers are treated. I also feel like having so many WrestleMania matches means that more and more people are getting, like, you know, these WrestleMania bonuses you always hear about. And so it's like, I don't know. It's such a weird thing to that they have to figure out. I really don't know what the right answer is between having a 2-night WrestleMania or having a really long 1-night WrestleMania or just having a short 1-night WrestleMania. I don't really know. I really want to see Ryback wrestling somewhere. But if no one is interested in him, no way is he interested in him. No one is interested in him. I mean, I don't know how blown out of proportion it is, but I mean, just from hearing CM Punk talk about him, and there has been... I could be wrong, but I feel like there's been other reports of people that are like, yeah, Ryback is not really safe to work with. So if that's the case, if he's unsafe to work with, then yeah, I don't want to see him wrestling. But I don't know if that's just been blown out of proportion from what CM Punk has said wrestling with him, or if it's the truth or not. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying CM Punk's lying necessarily, but I don't know if it was just like 1 or 2 freak accidents and then that was it, like with CM Punk, or if it's like a regular thing with
Let's be out of here. This place feels like it's about to collapse on itself.
I cannot wait to meet
with Ryback, but I don't know. I feel like Ryback versus Braun Breaker would definitely sell tickets.
Don't worry, sunshine.
I don't know. I mean, I'm not really like super in
It appears to be broken. Ain't nothing broken.
I don't know. I feel like I haven't really seen many people be like, oh yeah, like I want to see Ryback. Like, in WWE, I guess. Like, I don't think the WWE fans, most of them, are clamoring for Ryback. And, like, granted, like, I don't really ever remember seeing Ryback wrestle all that much. He, like, mostly wrestled in the period where I wasn't watching WWE. So I've really only ever seen him wrestle maybe, like, 5 to 10 matches, if that. And none of them were, like, particularly anything amazing to me. So I personally don't really care that much either way, but... I wonder if WWE was capping about the whole no signing indie wrestlers thing. Honestly, I don't know if they were.
Stick it to him.
I mean, it's honestly anything's possible, but I have no idea what
Adorable. It's more matted than an Asgardian goat.
We cannot present this pathetic creature to the monster queen of Sector 9. She will laugh at us.
Maybe we can use it as bait.
I knew those thumpers wouldn't work.
What? My thumpers are state-of-the-art. Musclehead's the one who rushed at the first thing that came through the door.
My head is not made of muscle.
What the?
Oh boy.
You guys seeing what I'm seeing?
Yes. Now that is a monster.
In my 2K16 universe mode, Ryback was my #1 guy. He won the IC title, King of the Ring, World Heavyweight, and WWE Championship, but he only lost a total of like 6 times.
Time to catch us a real
Nice, nice.
monster. Let's get
Yeah, like I said, I don't really have any like fanfare for him personally, because I've only ever seen him wrestle a couple times.
What in hell's name is that?
Definitely not cleaner bots.
But I don't really have anything against them. But
The whole place is crapping out. We gotta get out of here now.
Curse these volatile ruins. Drax, go!
all right, flying the Milano.
Hold on to your butts, people. Rocket, hit the music.
On it.
Focus on flying.
Hit the music as it's dead silent.
This man a song. Now we're talking.
Watch the ship.
I'm watching.
When they said that the music would be replaced with generic music, I thought that there would be some type of score or... I mean, they made an entire album of that Star-Lord music that they were playing at the beginning of the game. So clearly that's not licensed. Like, I don't understand why you couldn't just pick one of those songs. Or do something, like... I mean, granted, we're only, like, this is only the first mission, but if this is how the game plays out, then this is, like...
Don't even think about it.
I would say this is enough to, like, make this game a completely different experience. It's like, so much of the, like, fun of the game is when you're, like, flying around and you're just hearing, like, all these, like, 80s, like, rock, like, bops and stuff, and it's just like, I don't know. The dead silence isn't doing it for me.
Try putting on a shirt.
Like, there's just nothing. Groot says, watch out. Oh, damn. We are getting messed up right now. Oh boy, oh boy. Alright.
There's still so much stuff I want to steal.
There's still so much stuff I want to steal.
We ain't gonna make it. Hit the blue button.
What blue button?
The one for the secret posters I added.
Can you please stop adding things while I'm asleep?
Can you please stop adding things while I'm asleep?
Oh, fuck yeah! Definitely a fan
Now is not the time for hand-to-hand combat.
There's the exit!
See? Home stretch!
Your last breath!
Here we go.
And that's what I call a win, people.
Hell yeah.
How's that a win? Our monster just got eaten.
Whatever you can fly away from.
Means you screwed up because you had to fly away from it.
I mean, Rocket's not wrong.
Please don't be Nova Corps. Please don't be Nova. Please don't be Nova Corps.
It is Nova Corps.
Oof. Guardians of the Galaxies. Of the Galaxies. Guardians of the Galaxy. Hell yeah. Guardian of Galaxies. Ryback lost to Christian and Money in the Bank. Corbin at Hell in a Cell. Lesnar at Survivor Series. Balor at Survivor Series. Balor again at TLC and lost the Royal Rumble match.
There's this thing I gotta do. I'll be right back.
There's this thing I gotta do.
Get rid of that animal now. I'm serious, Peter. If it stays on the ship, we all go to prison.
No one's going to jail. It's a harmless space llama thingy.
Harmless? Remember Inakubi?
Not really, no.
That's because they scorched the planet because an idiot smuggled in an
I mean, technically, the game isn't separated into missions. It's separated into chapters. So yeah, that was the first chapter of the game. Although, granted, I spent a lot of time talking to everybody before we left the ship, and I did spend a lot of time exploring for collectibles. But yeah, that was chapter 1, I think.
Hey, Corral! How you doing? How long's it been? 2-3 years? You look good. You've been tanning.
This is a new low, Peter. Even for you.
Corral, I swear it's not what it looks like.
That you're a junker trespassing in the most restricted area of space? Who consorts with thieves and murderers, apparently.
Hey, killing people for money ain't murder, lady.
Funny story, actually. The nav crapped out and routed us through the quarantine zone.
Your navigation malfunctioned.
What can I say? As soon as we noticed the error, we plotted a course out, and that's when you showed up.
Right.
Peter Quill, I found these items in the space that you told me about. There was not enough room for both the other thing and these.
Peter Quill, of planet C-53, under Galactic Law ZXB-47, I am putting you and your crew under arrest for
Actually, can I call you back?
What?
Please tell me that is not a crate of super illegal tech.
It is a crate of super illegal tech, which also happens to be very valuable.
Really?
What? We're on a Ravager ship. Even the flarkin' bulkheads are stolen.
Well, we can't fit both in the compartment.
I will eject the crate into space.
Eject the crate and I melt your face! The Milano's weapon systems are 4 generations behind, Quill. We need that tech, more than we need some stupid farm animal.
That farm animal could be a Class 3 biohazard. You want to end up in the kiln?
Oh, I'm hiding the tech.
Rocket's crate.
Peter!
I don't care about the animal.
To gamble on a space llama thingy?
I'll convince Corell the llama's harmless. She knows me.
And I know Corell.
Not like I did.
You slept with a cop?
She wasn't a cop back then. The point
You
is,
slept with a cop?
Out of this, guys. You just gotta trust me. Oh, and that would be your boarding party.
You slept with a cop? I will say, I actually don't know what this game is rated. I think it's T for teen. I could be wrong. Let me check.
Just speak to Centurion Corell.
Silence, prisoner. The commander has no time to meet with law-breaking pirates like you.
That's just it. We're not pirates. We're legally incorporated heroes for hire.
Yeah, that's right. You check those records, Buckethead. Nova Corps licensing permit 67398-2.
Gardeners of the Galaxy?
What? No. Rocket.
So I let Groot fill out the paperwork. I fixed it with an addendum.
Not the most well-known heroes you could hire, but definitely in the top 5 of most awesome names. Contributing members. Groot,
A Flora Colossus. Last of his kind, fearless in a firefight, an awesome best friend. Rocket. Bona fide super genius and a wizard with explosives. Definitely not a raccoon. Gamora. Adopted daughter of Thanos. Deadliest woman in the galaxy. Need we say more? Drax the Destroyer. Convicted serial murderer and galactic war hero. Often grumpy.
Often grumpy.
Last and definitely least, Peter Jason.
Last and definitely least.
That's it? That's all you wrote?
There was a character limitation.
Sorry, excuse me, I just need to...
There was a character limitation.
What are you doing here?
Did I miss the part where they called them the Gardeners of the Galaxy? Did I miss that part?
It says right here. Prisoner processing training. I'm your official trainer.
Booked your boy Balor pretty well. He won Money in the Bank, cashed in on Ryback at Survivor Series. Then he faced Taker at Mania. Hell yeah.
I should check with the captain.
No. No. She definitely signed off on this. You know how thorough she is about signing stuff?
You know how thorough she is
If I
about
may,
signing stuff?
Sir, the real concern here is Regulation 7A regarding prisoner footgear. That one's jet boots are in clear violation.
They're decorative.
Good work, Cadet
Oof.
Gold.
Great, there goes Plan B.
We don't need a plan B. I got this.
No, you do not got this, pirate. I got this. Now fall in line.
Time to go, prisoner.
Oof.
Watch the jacket.
Cadet Gold. You know the arrest protocols?
All memorized, sir. First thing we do...
First thing you do is apologize. We're legitimate business-like folk on legitimate-like business.
Everyone just do what they say. When I see Corral, I'll explain.
The captain isn't going to see you. According to protocol, you're to be taken straight to the brig.
Yeah, plan's going real good, Quill.
Hold it right here. Is there a problem?
Yes, no faith energy, no power. No power.
Did they say Gamora was Thanos' daughter in the MCU Guardians movies? Yeah.
Techs are looking at it. They say
They cannot even fathom.
Yeah, Gamora is Thanos' daughter in those movies too. Adopted father, but yes. Just like, well, in both the game and the movie.
Mark is a grand unifier.
Grand unifier breaker.
She's not Thanos' biological daughter, but
Universal something.
Thanos adopted her when she was
Floating dead in the
5, I
quarantine
think.
zone. Looking for
In this
that.
game, it's 5. I don't know what it is. I don't know if they
Caught him just
there's any confirmed age for it in the MCU. But
I know the captain. As I was saying, you just tell the captain that I...
Mom explicitly said she doesn't want to see you.
Yeah, Quill.
Just to be super clear on the mom thing.
oh shit. I didn't know if they mentioned that as his adoptive daughter in the movies. I don't know about in the actual Guardians of the Galaxy movies that they say it straight up that she's the adopted daughter or adoptive daughter, but they clarify it in Infinity War.
Yeah, I think so. Let me just see if I can...
I don't remember. It's been a while since I've seen the Guardians movies. But I don't remember how they clarify it in the movies, but I know in Infinity War they
That gold, was it?
Nikki?
kind of show
It's nice to meet you, Nikki.
how Thanos and Gamora met and all that stuff.
Okay, Nikki, here's the plan. You're gonna jump and grab my legs while I hold on for dear life.
That doesn't sound like...
Trust me, kiddo. We got this.
I kind of wish I could remove the text that's in streaming mode on. Oh, I'm supposed to be button mashing. Oh no. Oh boy. All right.
Doing great.
Okay.
I also just smacked the crap out of the microphone, so I apologize about that. Really apologize for that. But yeah.
I lost my first prisoner.
Your mom, right?
Come on. We need to get out of here.
There's a glass door around the corner. We'll be safe there. Here, help me with this. Ready?
Together. On 3, 2, 1.
Pretty impressive that Star-Lord can do all this with handcuffs on, to be honest with you.
Okay.
We need to keep moving. I knew there was something wrong about
I gotta go. I'll be back.
Who goes fishing for God in a junkyard?
All right. See you in a bit, Edward.
Oh man, this is bad.
Come on, I'm trying to find collectibles.
Give me a sec.
You know, I could probably help with the door if we undid these cuffs.
Regulation 3B. Never undo restraints.
Come on, you clearly need my help.
No! You're my prisoner. And I got
You're my prisoner.
Ah! Okay, we're gonna have to find another way.
Okay.
Sure there isn't a way through here?
I'm in charge here. As senior officer.
Whoa. Well, by God.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Oh, she's one of those rule followers. Yeah. You hate to see that.
Okay. This way.
Shouldn't we be going up? Back toward the others?
There's another blast door down here.
Don't we establish your special key? Are you kidding me?
Relax, you're fine. Ish.
Relax, you're fine-ish.
Would be right now.
Okay. You do this.
Not to rush you or anything.
Almost there.
I like how, even though I'm cuffed, I can still pick up, like, currency and stuff, and she doesn't freak out about it. But she won't undo my handcuffs or anything.
You didn't do too bad yourself, pirate.
Only Star-Lord. Or Peter, or, you know, Nova Cadet Butt Saver.
Okay. Peter. So, listen. I have some good news and some bad news about your friends.
Well, let's hear the good news first, I guess.
They're all fine. I mean, they all have life signs.
So, what's the bad news?
They've been processed and put in the brig. In case you thought the explosion would give them a chance to escape or something. Come on. We'll be safe through here. Flark! Pipes must have burst.
Should we try using that thingamajig of yours to call someone?
We don't need help. I know what I'm doing. Now help me.
Now, do they mention Bucket Boy?
Sure. Just that everyone must be worried. Captain's kid goes missing.
Who the hell is Bucket Boy?
A corpsman. Now are you gonna help?
Easy does it.
There, see? You don't need to worry about me.
I don't remember who Bucket Boy is, to be honest with you.
For what it's worth, I think you're doing great. As good an arresting officer as I've ever had.
Are you seriously trying to sneak away on me right now? You literally just said I was doing great.
You are doing great. Top 5 best arresting officers I've ever had.
Top 5 best arresting officers I've ever
Show
had.
me the same respect you would any other arresting officer? Unbelievable.
Yeah, I get that a lot. Is that
The only thing that I can remember them referring to as Bucket Boy in the game so far as I got,
I know all the
was... I want to say they refer to Nova Prime as something similar to Bucket Boy, like Buckethead or something like that.
No, I mean it's cool.
But I don't know
Gives them personality.
if that's what you meant.
Come on, this way. Okay, wow. It's just blatantly gonna ignore me and go crawling into a dead end.
For your information, there's an escape hatch back here I could totally use to run away. But out of respect for your authority, I'm gonna, you know, ignore it and follow your lead. Does your mom know you play down here?
Probably not. But what else am I gonna do? Not like there's any other kids on board.
You know, I didn't have a lot of friends at your age either. Granted, I was in prison, but still.
Nova Prime the hero, I think is what they refer to as Buckethead or something in the game.
I have so many questions.
The Nova Corps,
Ready?
so far in this playthrough,
You'd think this would get easier.
I don't think they've mentioned Nova Prime yet.
How do you know my mom, exactly?
We fought together on Mercury during the war.
As far as I've gotten in the game so far, you don't actually like meet him or see him. You just like see mentions of him in like computer logs.
You're just a kid, Nikki. You don't know what's good for you, Nikki. Stay out of
Which
these
kind of
sleep pods, Nikki.
sucks. I don't know. I kind of expected to see him, but
You do?
granted, like I said, I haven't gotten to the end of the game, so
It's restricted
I've only
space,
played
Peter.
maybe like a couple hours past this point, so I don't really know how long the game is.
Just making sure this
But
place is safe and secure from the, you know, fire.
I just heard them say Nova, so I tried to make the joke.
Right, right. Just
Yeah, well, I mean, the Nova Corps is related to the hero Nova.
This way.
He's basically like, I don't know if, not the leader of the Nova Corps,
It's a dead end.
but
Trust me.
Of course I trust you.
Clearly.
If this is an attempt to escape your mom's ship, I really need to know because I may or may not be.
like I said, they definitely do call him something like that when
really
he does
need to make sure it doesn't look like
pop
a
up in the
What? No, no.
Oh, wow.
Don't laugh.
Captain Buckethead. Maybe that's what it is.
Cool. It's like you're
I don't know. They call him something like that when he shows up on that computer log or whatever the hell it was. We'll get to it eventually. Probably not during this stream. I'm probably not gonna honestly be streaming that much longer tonight, but I have some other stuff that I need to get done. But
Need a hand?
Nope.
I'll say I'll probably finish this like chapter in the prison or whatever, and then we'll call it a stream. So probably not much longer, but maybe another like 15, 20. I want to say. I don't.
Hey, this is Mercury, right?
Maybe not even that much. I don't remember.
Supposed to represent this big battle Mom was part of. You said you were there, right?
Oh yeah.
On Ultimate Spider-Man, Spidey called him that. Okay, all right.
You should really fix this.
You want me to draw you in?
In the interest of historical accuracy.
Hey, secret stuff. Off limits.
Oof.
No adults. I get it.
Anyway, I'm all done here. We should probably get back before Mom.
I never watched the Ultimate Spider-Man cartoon, but I used to really like the Ultimate Spider-Man video game.
It's like I'm not a kid anymore, you know?
Tell me about it. More crawling, yay!
So, you get where I'm coming from, right? Like if you
Another weird thing that I don't, and this doesn't necessarily have anything to do with.
happens to come up.
Oof.
Say no more. I'll make sure Carell knows what a good job you did.
No, I mean, thanks, but ideally, Mom never needs to know I was in the hangar at all.
So I never saw you?
Exactly. Never saw me. Never saw my passkey. You may have heard of Nikki Gold and how cool she is, but that's it.
Actually, I'm gonna load the last checkpoint so I can correct that decision. Oh no, I guess the.
Almost at the elevator.
Well, never mind.
Home free.
I guess I locked myself into that answer. Well, whatever.
Almost there.
I know if she. Well, never mind. I won't say anything.
Come on, come on.
Need a hand?
Yes. Got it. Mom?
Oof.
I can explain.
Nikki.
I'm fine. Mom, seriously. A-okay. Barely a scratch.
What in Hollis' name were you thinking? Sneaking out with an arresting squad? Running around with criminals?
Alleged criminals?
You almost died. Do you have any idea how grounded you are right now?
Mom! You promised to give me more leeway.
Leeway doesn't mean lying to my officers. Or sneaking around behind my back.
Look, it's my fault some guy's ship blew up.
Restricted areas are restricted for a reason.
You treat me like a prisoner.
You're a child. Are you even listening?
Whoa, whoa.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
Just
whoa.
don't take a deep breath and recognize that maybe we've all made some mistakes.
Make sure the fire is out and the hangar's secure.
Yes, Commander.
And find out why that churchman's shuttle exploded.
Grand Unifier Raker has been less than cooperative.
Make him cooperate. And you two? With me.
I knew you'd overreact. You always overreact. Even Peter
was saying so.
Oh, he was he? I suspect Peter misspoke, something he often tends to do.
For what it's worth, Nikki totally saved my butt. She handled herself really well. You have every reason to be proud of her.
Coming from you, Peter, it's worth extraordinarily little.
Oof. Oof.
Why are you being mean to him? Just listen to what he's saying.
I don't care what he's saying.
Upper level. Captain's quarters.
Oof, you hate to see that.
Initiate lockdown.
Lockdown initiated.
What, are you gonna kill us?
In theory, these doors don't open until I say so.
Yeah.
Oof.
I know how lockdown works.
I don't think you do, because somehow you keep bypassing every security measure on this ship, and I want to know how. Or you can just show me.
Mom! I seriously have no idea what you're talking about.
You know, this reminds me of the last time I was stuck in an elevator. I was with this Shi'ar girl, and she...
Ew!
Dang, someone got left at the altar.
She was a lovely person.
Someone, please get me out of here.
No one leaves until you tell me what I want to know.
You already know everything.
No, I don't. I know you're a magnet for danger, and that you somehow keep getting caught in restricted areas of this ship.
I'm small. Okay? I fit into places.
Being small doesn't get you past security, or through the hangar bay checkpoint.
There was that system-wide glitch, remember?
Oh, great.
Yeah. Yeah, security was down for a while.
One of the dogs escaped and is upstairs. That seems to be a problem.
Are you seriously lying for a 12-year-old right now?
12? Oh, wow, I thought she was at least 16.
Peter!
What? She really knew her stuff. She's a smart kid.
Too smart. She keeps bypassing security. Unless you have a level 6 access to my ship all of a sudden? Didn't think so. Nicolette Gold, empty your pockets.
No. You empty your pockets.
Nikki?
What?
I know you're hiding something.
It was me. Yeah, all those locked doors back there, I hacked them.
You hacked them?
Yeah, I'm a hacker now. I hack stuff. You know, beep bop boop, boop boop beep.
Beep boop bop, boop boop beep.
That doesn't explain the falsified orders.
I don't know what to tell you, Mom. Your security staff have been sleeping on the job. All I know is I'm not hiding anything. I wouldn't do that.
To be continued. Disengage lockdown.
The little kid has a horrible poker face. I mean, let's be real.
So, can I go help secure the hangar now?
I would never do that. Why would I hide something from you?
I can make it 30 cycles.
Rip the divert option. Yeah, I definitely am not gonna tell this lady that I still have feelings for her. I don't think that's gonna help anybody. She's already mad enough, and I assume that won't make her any happier.
So, rough day, huh? Exploding shuttles, quarantine zone trespassers, missing kid.
I have no idea.
Chewie.
Hey, we saw that at the beginning of the game.
I can't believe you still have them. Can't believe you survived. Mercury's what, like 1,000 degrees?
More like 1,000 cycles ago. You can keep him if you want. He is yours.
Hey, I ordered him to look out for you. Expect him to keep doing his job. Especially, you now have a daughter, apparently. 12-year-old daughter who you didn't have during the war.
Is this Star-Lord's kid?
12 years ago when we...
Peter. When we picked up your ship, part of me was excited.
Okay, so she just totally ignored it. Okay.
This time, you haven't changed. At all. You're still the same.
I've changed. Whatever the fine is, I'll pay. Just give me 3 cycles. Let me prove that I'm not still... whatever it is you're going to finish that sentence with.
You're going to pay 8,000 units?
It's just hella weird with him in handcuffs. Yeah, the fact that he's still in it. I mean, I kind of get it. Like, he's still technically under arrest, but...
The fine's non-negotiable. My search party found a Class 2 biohazard wandering around your ship.
That's all they found, right? Okay, okay. You'll get your money on time.
All right, so we got to find 8,000 units for the animal, but
We are this close to getting it off the ground.
I would honestly, I mean, I don't know what the fine would have been for the weapons, but I would rather have the weapons around than
Why do I feel like I'll regret this?
No, come on. When
the
have I
animal.
ever- You won't regret it. Promise.
All right, I'm back. What did I miss? So basically, Star-Lord and this blue lady that you just saw for about 2 seconds. Apparently, they used to date back in the day. And the little girl. I don't know if you were still here when we first encountered the little girl. But there's a chance that that might be Star-Lord's daughter with this chick.
Gotcha. We won't let you down.
I chose the option to ask her about the math, because it was like, oh, you know, Star-Lord was like, well, we met 12 years ago, and now you have this 12-year-old kid, and she totally blew us off. So it's possible that the little girl is Star-Lord's kid.
Okay.
But we got fined 8,000 units for having the space llama on the ship.
If we don't pay that fine in 3 cycles.
And we have 3 cycles, which I think is basically 3 days, to pay the fine back.
Guys.
We got to find a way to
Destroyer, man. You killed Thanos.
come up with 8,000 units.
Are you gonna let a little fine slow you down? And Gamora, you're practically an MI6 agent, but way hotter and cooler.
The
There's nothing
Star-Lord
more
banging Mystique got you. I mean, it's...
Rocky, you're
I mean, essentially, yeah, that's what it boils down to.
dude I know. How many prisons did you break out of?
7.
I love how they just randomly throw in this conversation that apparently Drax killed Thanos,
To be a team. All we need to do is figure out how broke we are and
which
come
is
up with a plan.
insane. Who gets fined 8,000 for a llama that only
Check under the
spits?
crafting bench.
It's a good
If
point.
you find any spare units lying around, grab them. I'll do the same in my quarters.
It's probably not just a llama. It's probably some weird, like, space thing, but...
They put bombs on my ship.
My ship.
I am
Alright, so that ends chapter 2.
What's that supposed to mean? It is common knowledge that rodents hoard nuts, stolen technology,
Oh, shit.
units.
Okay, first off, I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
I know you
I ain't a hoarder nor a rodent.
Fetch it, now.
There ain't nothing to fetch.
Peter Quill, tell the rodent that his selfishness endangers us all.
Rocket,
I know the
we
color
really
purple
use
ain't that
any extra
expensive.
Units you have.
How do I gotta spell it out for you? I don't got no units.
Fair enough.
You believe his lies?
Oh, I ain't lying. Now why don't you leave me alone and bother someone else instead?
I intend to.
I intend to. I love the conversations that they just have
Looking for units? Check your own room.
with amongst each
So,
other.
You here to talk, or you just want a gear upgrade?
You're not still upset, are you?
It'd be a lot better if we didn't have 3 cycles to pay a fine.
Hey, remember that time on Conlar with the Badoon and that really hot Ascavarian girl?
Yeah, her buddies would have spaced your stupid Hume butt if me and Groot hadn't busted in.
I had things under control, mostly.
Ha! Too bad you're broke, Quill. I should be charging you for all the times we saved you.
Name one other time.
Does Rocket have a
Contraxia,
Groot-shaped bead in his beard?
Contraxia again,
That's actually pretty cool.
Okay, so I owe you. Big.
I should have turned you in for Yondu's bounty. Sure as Scott wouldn't be scratching
Thanos.
for units to pay off your Nova girlfriend.
Ex-girlfriend. But admit it, you like being a guardian of the galaxy.
Still on the fence about the brand name, but keeping the Milano as collateral was a pretty smart move.
Never agreed to that.
If you'd rather, I
It's crazy to me that they just dropped that lore bomb like that Drax killed Thanos apparently, just in the middle of that conversation before. Like that's some heavy stuff. Like. Rocket's room. Let's check out this watch.
Hey, Bluebird, you copy? I know you think I sold you out, and...
Yondu, probably.
Gamora, I was just...
Who are you talking to? What's a bluebird?
It, was Yondu's call sign. He was Bluebird and I was the kid.
Let me get this straight. Yondu Udanta, leader of the Ravager's space virus, scourge of the Sirius system and all-around scoundrel, used Bluebird as his call sign?
Even had it embroidered on the back of his jacket.
I don't believe that.
Amazing.
It was amazing. Pretty much from the day we met.
How did you two meet?
Okay, but can we talk about the... Like, I know, like, we're, you know, the Guardians are meant, like, you know, kind of set out to be, like, poor in this game, but, like, you're telling me that he can't even find, like, a new shirt?
Prisoner of war? I thought the Ravagers were neutral.
They were. And they also weren't. The Ravagers had a simple code. Steal from everyone. Yondu said it made them neutral.
But they weren't. I specifically remember several Chitauri transports being hit when I was still... you know.
My friends know me for saying Thanos lines as Kermit the Frog, so yeah. I am inevitable. That's awesome.
Yondu ended up on Chitauri Prime. With you.
After we broke out, he could have left me on some space station or dropped me off at the nearest Nova Corps base. But he didn't. Instead, he invited me to join the Ravagers.
You were with them a long time. Must have enjoyed it.
I did. Being a Ravager was the first time I felt like I really belonged, if that makes any sense.
I felt the same way when I joined Richard Rider and the Resistance. Like I was finally in control of who I wanted to be.
Yes, exactly.
I will say the one big difference...
First few years, it was like I had joined this really big, really dysfunctional family.
From the MCU-like version of these characters is that Star-Lord, or Peter Quill, was kidnapped by the Chitauri. And then at some point later joined the Ravagers. Whereas in the MCU, he was kidnapped by Yondu.
Yondu and I were
I am known as the, and I quote, impression wizard.
First thing he
That's
said
awesome.
when they put him in my cell was, "Boy, don't be going and getting attached, because I'm just here for the food." And the food was pretty terrible, so...
There are some impressions that I'm really good at, but the thing is that
none of them lasted long.
I think it's mostly just because I get in my own head too much about it. But I feel like a lot of my impressions are only good if I'm saying, like, a line that the character normally says. But, like, I can't really do impressions that well and then just say, like, random crap. Like,
Yondu, he actually spoke English. Said he'd offered to translate in exchange for extra rations.
So even in that snake-infested hellhole, ever the schemer.
It's something we had in common. I'd been scheming for a way to escape since the day they took me. I just needed someone like Yondu to make it seem possible.
How did you escape?
Let's just say it was equal parts simple,
I honestly, like, would
and
love
kind
to,
of
like,
embarrassing.
get into voice
But
acting.
it ended with the two of us delivering
But
the
I have no
transport
idea
full
where
of
the hell to
stolen
even
supplies
start. Like,
straight
it
into
just
the hands
seems
of
like one of those
resistance.
industries where, like, you gotta know somebody. Which sucks because...
Anyway, once we did, there was no going back. I was a Ravager. Well, if you don't mind, I think I'd like to be alone for a bit.
Oh, yeah, sure. I'll see you around.
Well, well, well. Let's see if we can find some stray units in here. Really?
$37 units?
We appear to be 7,963 units short. If we intend to keep our ship, Peter Quill.
I know. We clearly need a plan.
And reconsider my initial proposal.
Oh, no, not Fin Fang Foom again.
Yes, we should go after Fin Fang Foom.
Drax, there are easier ways to get paid. Like, what about selling Gamora's crap?
What?
Oh, come on. You've been hoarding them stupid knickknacks ever since you first joined us. I mean, don't tell me they ain't worth nothing.
Quarantine zone was always
holding out on
My
us, Quill.
figurines are not knickknacks.
Oh, team's in trouble, and you can't be bothered to make no sacrifice.
I will sacrifice your head.
I want to listen to Groot.
I think we should hear out Groot for once.
He says we should combine both ideas.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom. It is brilliant.
Sell Gamora's trinkets to Fin Fang Foom.
Hellbender only buys monsters, and you are not a monster. He's not. He's the sweetest, most...
I am Groot.
No, you don't. This ain't something you can pretend. Oh, yeah? You want monster? I'll show you monster!
Whoa, guys!
I do Kermit, Russian Kermit, Arnold Schwarzenegger, Bane, Joker, Nicolas Cage, plenty of Pokemon, Randy Savage, Hulk Hogan, Conor McGregor, and plenty of others. Nice, man. That's
So,
awesome.
Groot, I guess we could bust him out after.
Absurd. Lady Hellbender seeks the monster within. The small, ugly one is clearly the correct choice. He is cruel, sadistic, and his soul is filthy and filled with rage. Monster Queen would pay a great sum for such a creature.
Really? How great?
How are you okay with this?
Because I know what I am. And I know what he ain't.
I am Groot.
I vote we sell Groot. I honestly think Lady Hellbender will go for it.
Yeah, well, I vote for not Groot.
I also vote for the creepy little beast.
2 votes each. Peter?
Well, I don't really think it's going to make that big of a difference, honestly. But in the playthrough that I already started, I chose to sell Rocket. And it didn't go well, but I assume, like, I don't know how big the differences are depending on the choices you make. I assume it really probably is going to lead to the same thing. But just to see what happens, let's vote to sell Groot.
Well, I think Groot's more convincing in the traditional monster sense. Groot, buddy, first of all, thank you. And second of all,
Bye, Rocket.
I want you to know we're going to bust you out of there.
It was
right
nice
after,
knowing you.
Okay?
I am Groot.
All right, let's do this. Let's go sell a monster.
We're not seriously flying into that.
They say the weather patterns of Seknarf 9 are tied to the temperament of its ruler.
Gamora has that cringe 2000 soccer mom haircut.
Weather? Anyways, I'm sure
Yeah.
it looks worse than
Well,
it
I mean,
is.
actually, I don't know for sure. Because Peter's hair changes depending on some of the outfits you put on. But the only couple I have for Gamora so far, I don't think any of them change her hair.
There! That's Lady Hellbender's fortress.
Which you can't see any of the other outfits except for the ones you have unlocked, so I don't really know what all there is to unlock in the game. Outside of the couple I have unlocked.
Flying the wrong way.
Nah, he's not flying at all.
Guys, relax.
There are ones based on, well, I don't know about all the movies, but I know at least there is ones based on the original Guardians movie. Which I've unlocked. I think all of them except Rocket and
You can't be serious.
What? This way we can scope things out before we finish the
Star-Lord
transaction.
when it comes to the
We're
original.
like 100 clicks from her base.
You know how much I like scoping.
When it comes to the Marvel Studios suits or whatever. I guess I could show you guys. That's the wrong screen. Okay. So for outfits, so far we have just the standard Star-Lord. There's the Nova suit. And then we have Peter Quill basically in the outfit he was wearing at the beginning of the game. Which honestly, I don't mind the actual like look of it. It's just the hair is not doing it for me. And then this one was a like early access pre-order bonus. Warlord. This one's from Annihilation Conquest Star-Lord #1, which I appreciate them having the first comic appearance there and such, but these three are all original designs. I assume this one that I have locked here next to the Nova one is probably the Guardians movie one. But honestly, like, out of the four I have for this, for Star-Lord, I prefer the original one. I don't think these two are bad. I don't know. I don't care for them that much. And then I do think this one is straight up bad. Which, I mean, it's in the name Bad Lord, but... So that's the ones I have for Quill. For Rocket, I think I only have one or two. Oh, no, I have 4. There's the default one. There is the 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse, which is the one that I've been running. There's the Nova Corps one. And Hero of Half-World, which is this, like, green jumpsuit looking thing. I like this one, so I'm going to put that one on. For Groot, I think I only have 3, if I remember correctly. We got the standard. We got the Guardians of the Galaxy movie one. We've got the Nova Corps, which I don't know why it's really weird for me to see Groot with clothes on, so I don't like any of this. And then there's the Annihilation Conquest suit, which, again, I don't know how I feel about Groot wearing clothes. So I've usually either stuck with the default one or the Guardians 2014 one. The weird thing for me is, like, I guess I didn't realize how skinny Groot was, like, skinny looking he was in the movie, compared to this Groot. Like, this guy looks like a tank. And this guy just looks really skinny in comparison, but I have been kind of swapping between these two. Then for Gamora, I have the standard outfit, which is this, like, nice white armor kind of look. Guardians 2014 one, which I really like. This is the one I've been rocking a lot. Nova Corps, which is pretty much the same suit as the one that Peter has, except there's not, like, the weird jetpack stuff on the back. And then 5 Horsemen of the Apocalypse one. This one's badass, but it just, I don't know, it looks really out of place, so I haven't been rocking it. I've been sticking with this one so far. And then Drax. There's the standard. Guardians of the Galaxy 2014 one, which is the one I've been rocking a lot. And then the cage match one, which gives him, like, Brock Lesnar shorts and stuff, which is kind of cool. And also makes him, like, a much darker green. I don't know why, but Drax has some straight up jiggle physics. Like, I don't know if you guys can see that, but man, like, his pecs go crazy when you swap his outfit. I don't know why, but man. So yeah, I don't know. I haven't actually used this one yet, so I'm gonna rock this one. Oh, hang on. Guys, see that before? That the writer on this comic was CM Punk. That's I honestly did not see that until now. That's crazy. I knew that CM Punk had written, like, a couple of Marvel comics, but I don't know. It had, I guess, completely oh, I should have known, because the trunks literally say BITW, best in the world. I didn't really honestly look at this outfit, to be honest with you, but that's cool. I didn't even realize that it said that the writer for this comic was CM Punk. That's really cool. None of the other ones are like that, I don't think. Brian Michael Bendis. Brian Michael Bendis. Eat Zagroot, sleep, conquer Thanos, repeat. Definitely. I have found a solution to our financial woes. I will perform unmitigated violence within the confines of a steel cage for extreme monetary reward. Peter Quill is enthusiastic about the idea, but says I must first procure trunks. I shall endeavor to do so. That's awesome. Yeah, I honestly did not notice that when I unlocked this costume yesterday. I didn't really take a deep look at it, but that's really cool. I honestly thought that the comics that CM Punk worked on were Thor comics. I didn't know that he wrote for a Drax comic. That's awesome. Okay.
Are you sure the leafy one is ready for this?
Nope.
He'll be fine.
Don't you get all gloomy right now. Don't help.
Because your constant complaining does?
You
This
are
fire
complaining
burns.
About the short one complaining. We're all complaining. Happy?
I thought you'd be thrilled to finally set foot on Seknarf 9, Drax, but you're awfully composed.
In other circumstances, I would be thrilled. But we will humiliate ourselves by trying to sell sentient lumber to Lady Hellbender.
Don't she like lumber? What about the legend of her mighty battle axe?
I am Groot.
No, we should not go. We got it. It's different.
Hope that jacket of yours is waterproof.
Okay.
They say that Seknarf 9 is inhospitable to soft-bodied beings. We shall see how you fare, Peter Quill.
Of course. It had to be raining.
Oh yeah, Rocket hates the water.
Could have made some money if we'd stopped by nowhere first.
Will you please stop? I can't believe I'm about to say this, but how about some positivity for a change?
I'm surprised they put CM Punk and not Phil Brooks, to be honest.
At least Quill had the good sense.
I mean,
before Novacore started.
I think he. I mean, I don't remember honestly, but I assume that's probably the name that was on the comic book. I could be wrong, but if that's the name that's on the comic book, I assume that's the name they put in the thing. Oh man, this mission is really long. And I didn't necessarily plan for this to be a super long stream, so I think I'm going to cut this stream short, but I am planning on streaming again tomorrow around the same time. So around 6 p.m. tomorrow, I'll be back, and we will play some more Guardians of the Galaxy. But, yeah, and like I said, we'll get into this mission. And like I said, this chapter is a pretty long one, so I think it'll be a good place to start tomorrow. But, yeah, thank you guys for hanging out and coming out to the stream. And like I said, tomorrow we will play some more Guardians of the Galaxy. But until then, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. Appreciate the support. But until next time, guys, Phenom out. I'm one of the people that if I change the attires, the entire group needs to wear a set. So seeing the mismatch is driving me, my OCD, crazy. I wish I had a matching set for any of them. I think once I unlock the Guardians outfits for everybody, I'll probably rock those. Like, I mean, they're named the Guardians, but the movie-based ones. Once I unlock all the movie-based ones, that's probably what I would rock. But I haven't been able to find the ones for Rocket and Star-Lord. But like I said, guys, I will see you tomorrow.